Self-discipline and willpower are two of the greatest secrets in unlocking your full potential. In this day and age, it is becoming more and more difficult to maintain self-discipline. I'll show you the importance of self-discipline and how to cultivate it. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Jay from MedSchoolInsiders.com. Let's first go over why self-discipline and willpower are so important. Have you ever been tempted to do something for which you later feel guilty about? Moments like these are usually due to a lapse in judgment or a lack of discipline. Here's the key. With strong self-discipline and willpower, you can do what you need to do in each moment without temptation or laziness getting in the way. Self-discipline lets us grind it out with studying or work even when we do not feel like it. It lets us say no to extra dessert. It lets us maintain a consistent exercise schedule and achieve our fitness goals. In short, it empowers us to live our lives the way we ideally want to. This translates to stronger grades in school, more energy, improved moods, and looking and feeling better. There are a few theories on how discipline and willpower actually work. The most prominent is the ego depletion model of self-control. This states that the brain is like a muscle with a limited supply of strength that can be depleted. No one is disciplined 100% of the time. We all have lapses. These lapses occur when our discipline muscle is fatigued. Various studies have demonstrated that certain types of mental exertion can compromise subsequent acts of discipline. The studies generally go like this. First, there are two groups of subjects. One group does an activity or exercise that requires high self-control. The other group does an activity requiring very little discipline. Both groups are then subjected to a separate self-control challenge. The group that performed the demanding challenge first later performs poorly, and conversely, the group that did not exhaust their willpower reserves demonstrate better self-discipline. So what does this all exactly mean? For us mere mortals, it says that we do not have infinite reserves of self-discipline and willpower. So while it is important to cultivate and develop your self-discipline, understand that there's also a proper way to harness it. More on that shortly. Now, without discipline, you're letting your life be controlled by your emotions, which is essentially like letting your life be controlled by someone else. There are two ways of approaching a task. You can either say, I will wait until I feel like it, and then I will do it, or you can say, I will do it, and then I will begin to feel like it. Which method do you think is most likely to actually get things done? There are 3 simple steps to cultivate and develop your self-discipline. First, start small. There are many grand ideas and lofty goals that we each have. The key to working towards them is to start small. For example, if your goal is to lose weight, do not start by saying that you want to lose 1 pound of fat per week. Jumping in with this ambitious and lofty goal is only setting yourself up for failure. Start smaller than that. First, eliminate sugary drinks and only drink water with your meals. Once you've mastered that, eliminate the habit of eating dessert after dinner every night. Maybe substitute a serving of fruit instead, and so on and so forth. By starting out with these smaller steps and celebrating small victories, you build momentum and confidence to continue moving forward. Next, practice daily. By starting small, you should have no problem practicing your discipline daily. In doing so, you're building good habits. And we are, after all, creatures of habit. So no excuses, make it happen. The 3rd year of medical school in the US is considered the most demanding year. On many rotations, you go in before sunrise and get out after sunset. As a result, certain habits and priorities are harder to maintain. On days where I got out early and had the luxury of asking myself whether or not I wanted to go to the gym, I forced myself to go. I decided that a tired workout is better than no workout. And if I had the luxury of asking myself whether or not to go, that meant I already had my answer. On many days, I got out too late and there was no question that I just could not go to the gym. Therefore, it was paramount to capitalize on any opportunity, regardless of how tired I was, to go to the gym when possible. Lifting was a great form of stress relief, and it left me happier and healthier as a result. The last step is to ramp up. After you have mastered the smaller tasks and built your confidence in your own self-discipline, it's time to slowly ramp it up. Going back to the weight loss example, let's say you started walking daily for 20 minutes. Ramp it up to 30 minutes, then 40. At a certain point, start jogging or cycling or doing high-intensity interval training. Keep challenging yourself incrementally. You don't go from walking 20 minutes to running a marathon, but you can certainly get there in a stepwise manner if you work at it. Quick disclaimer, this is just an example. Obviously, figure out what works best for you and speak to a professional before you start any rigorous physical activity. Now, some other tips and common misconceptions. First, make it easier on your future self. As I said earlier, your willpower reserves are limited. Therefore, make it easier on your future self by planning ahead and putting yourself in situations that are more conducive to achieving your goals and sticking to your habits. It's easy to avoid junk food and drink only water when you're not starving or dehydrated. The times you are most likely to fail are when you do not have healthy alternatives and you are left with the choice of either eating junk food or being really hungry. Similarly, if you do not buy ice cream or candy and just don't keep that stuff in the house, it will be much easier for you to refrain from eating sweets when you do get those late night munchies. Second, build the appropriate systems. At the end of the day, we are humans and our emotions and impulses hold great weight in our behaviors. Therefore, incentivize yourself with rewards and discourage undesirable behavior with consequences. I personally love dark chocolate, and I would reward myself for going to the gym by having a bit of dark chocolate post-workout. I know others who use apps or services that charge them money if they miss a workout or fail to wake up by a certain time. These systems are going to vary by person, so figure out what works best for you. And last, the misconception of doing what you love. One of the most misunderstood concepts I hear over and over again is to do what you love. We've all heard the quote by Mark Anthony, "If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life." There is great merit in this quote, but no matter what you do, there will be things you enjoy and things you do not. People often get turned off by the parts they do not enjoy and then give up on the whole idea. The key is to grow to love the process. I love reconstructive plastic surgery. I love education. I love empowering students through these YouTube videos. I love healthcare innovation. I love sports cars and racing my car at the track. But each of these pursuits also has drawbacks, parts that I do not love. And that's where discipline comes into play. So with discipline, I've been able to stick with the pre-med years in college, 4 years of medical school, and now residency. I've endured tough times, the less fun times, and that has allowed me to grow, to love the process the further I move along. Being exhausted and memorizing biochemical pathways on a Friday night is not my idea of fun, but the sense of accomplishment, learning vast amounts of information, applying that knowledge, helping patients, and seeing myself improve is immensely rewarding. Sure, there are things I would change about medical education in the US and healthcare as a whole, but I have grown to love the process that I am in. So how can you grow to love your process? This idea deserves a video on its own, but in short, appreciate the craftsmanship of your work. Focus on developing skills and mastery, and you will be rewarded. Autonomy, creativity, impact, and recognition add value to one's pursuits. But you are not entitled to this. You have to earn it. Now, one of my friends is doing her intern year right now, which is the first year of residency after you graduate medical school. She has set a goal to always take the stairs over the elevator. On some days, she has climbed more than 100 flights of stairs. That isn't only great for cultivating self-discipline, but it's a great exercise that helps maintain and improve her physical fitness, as well as improve her mood and energy levels. So let us know in the comments below how you practice your self-discipline daily. If you don't feel very self-disciplined right now, identify one habit you will begin today and let us know what that is in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you press that like button. New videos every week, so hit subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in that next one.